Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. It is November 23rd, 2024, and thanks for hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. Then head on over to hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the blog. And then make sure you follow me on all the different social medias and check out my upcoming book, Carpe Diem Scroto, 365 Daily Affirmations at cdsthebook.com. So, a lot of shit is going on right now. And as of right this moment, I have 14 days until the book is supposed to be launched. And I haven't heard back from my editor. I have not really gotten anything that I thought I needed to do done. Especially when it comes to the financial aspect of getting the book published. I thought that I had everything in that situation taken care of, and it turns out that I, in fact, do not. I'm 97% done, ready to, move on to the next, to the next step. And, I'm right there at the finish line, just so damn close to that finish line. And at this moment, right here, right now, it does not look like I'm going to be able to cross that finish line. I'm hoping that that changes, and with a conversation that I have to have with a few people tomorrow and Monday, hopefully it does change. And I'm still not sure how and where I'm going to come up with the funds that I need to print out the book, because I want to have 30 copies available for when I go to do the book launch party. 30 is not a set in stone number. That is a number that I am trying to manifest and make happen, because, I'm expecting to have at least 15 to 20 people present for purchasing the book in person. And there's at least 10 people who will be present that I need to give a book to. So I just don't know what to do at this point. I talked with the illustrator last night for over 3 hours about everything that's just going on in life, and just trying to get another perspective, trying to get another idea as to the who, what, where, when, why, how of everything. And I don't know. But right now I'm feeling like a huge failure. I mean, yeah, I have my proof copy or whatever. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, it's over there. But I have my proof copy, and that's the closest thing to having a completed book that I have right now. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work to do over the next couple of days trying to figure out how to pull this off. And next week we have Thanksgiving, which takes at least a day or two off of everything that needs to be done, because we have it's Thursday is Thanksgiving. Friday, a lot of companies will be open, but there are going to be some that are not open. And then we go directly into into the weekend. And then that following Monday is December 1st, which then gives me 6 or 7 days until the 8th. So, really stressed. Really, really stressed about it. But, oh well, it's one of those. I'm going to have to do the best I can with what I have available to me. And it just might be that the book doesn't get released until next year sometime. My original idea for releasing the book was to release it in March of 2025. But if I do have to release it next year, it's going to be in October, November of next year. I have a lot of hype and I have a lot of marketing into having the book released in 8 days, well, in 14 days. So I don't know. I just got to try to get it moving, and everything in my spirit is telling me to do so. And usually whenever I go against my spirit, then that's when things go wrong for me. But the logistical side of myself is like, you have too many other unknown variables, so don't do it. I'll be making a formal announcement probably Wednesday when I have a better idea as to what is going on with the book and everything else. So for everything else now, I went and did my 9th cold plunge or cold swimming yesterday, and that was really a unique experience because it was raining, and I kind of overdid it with the cold because I wasn't able to get out of my wet clothes because of the rain. Everything that I was trying to do was getting like stopped left and right, and the water that I had made up was too hot. And that was 100% my fault because right before I walked out the door, I put another kettle of hot water into it. And usually I only do like two kettles of hot water, and the rest is cold water or hot water straight from the tap. And by the time I get to where the beach is and the 30 minutes of us swimming around, doing whatever, and then getting out and getting washed off or whatever, that everything is usually okay. Well, I ended up kind of burning myself trying to wash off. And I don't know if it's because of how cold I was or if it was because the water was just that hot. Either way, I was not able to use any of the water, and I could not, for the life of me, get my stupid, um, my stupid shower thing to work. So I think if I would have been able to get it to work, it would have been a little bit different. And yeah, it would have been hot, but maybe not as hot. So um, I just need to start taking a pair of shorts that I can get some sand on or in, just long enough to take off wet clothes and put on dry clothes. Um, and, you know, because it was also raining yesterday, I thought that I had my stuff in a pretty secure location where it wasn't going to get wet. And in fact, it did get wet. So I wasn't even able to put my shirt back on. I just had to go up to the car, get a jacket, and put my jacket on. And I wore that. But I just, I literally just walked right into the water. Like, it felt so warm in comparison to the outside. It was 39 degrees out outside. And so when I walked into the water, I was like, oh, this is warm. And I like went straight up to my armpits and like eventually got into it. And then the like cold sensation of like the ice, the like nails scraping across the skin or whatever happened. And then there was a point where it was like, okay, this here is cold, but it felt good. Anyways, it took me like 2.5 hours afterwards to warm up. I came home, got into some warm, dry clothes, turned on all of the heaters in my house, and I went and I laid in bed and I had my covers wrapped around me, and I had two thick comforters wrapped around me, sweatpants, and a sweater, and I was still just laying there shivering. And I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So I got up and made a couple of cups of coffee, and that warmed me right back up. So I think when I go to do the plunge next time, I'm going to have a big tumbler of coffee waiting for me and just try to get that into my system to warm up as quickly as possible. So, but yeah, it was really kind of strange just how it's just like straight right up, like dunk the armpits. That's the hardest part, is like dunking the armpits and then opening your legs just a little bit to like let the cold go into your nether regions. And I I had to like lift myself a certain way so that like the fold on my back opened up so that I could get like the cold water directly on my spine where it has a lot of pain. And so yeah, but anyways, I was in there and we were swimming around for a good 30 minutes, made our swim around the boat dock, and the whole time we're wearing these big rimmed hats and it's raining. And um my friend thinks that I'm absolutely crazy because I can feel vibrations in the water. And there was a boat that had the motor on, and the best sensation that I can explain it to somebody else is like when you're eating Pop Rocks. If you've ever had that candy where you put it in your mouth and it fizzles and it goes, Well, that's what it feels like in my chest and in my whole body. Like I feel that vibration. And um she's just like, that's so strange, Michael. Like I I'm like, I just don't understand how you don't feel it. Like there's this vibration, it's like a vibrator in the water, and it's just like, but yeah, so pop rocks is the only way that I can explain how it feels. And like I hear it, I feel it, and it's just like this weird, like staticky fizzing sound, and it's kind of unnerving. And but whatever. So there's that. I've been watching a lot of black entertainment lately, and it all kind of started off with The Help. And I've watched The Help before, and I love that movie. It's such a beautiful movie. Um, but there were other, like, well, if you like The Help, try these movies. And I was like, okay. So I was watching this one that I didn't even know about called The Long Walk Home, and it had Whoopi Goldberg, Sissy Spacek, and a few other top dollar actors and actresses. And it was about the boycott that happened in Mobile, Alabama, when the black community started boycotting the buses, and how like this underground car service popped up for getting black people from point A to point B. And all about how like the white people were getting upset by the fact that the black community basically put their money where their mouth is. And, in the South, it was very much that, no, you don't have a right, you don't have a choice, you got to do it our way. And they started like stepping up and like, no, we're not doing it this way, we're not doing it that way. Um, so that was a really, really good movie. And then I watched another movie last night called Till, which was about Mamie Till and her son Emmett Till. They lived in Chicago, and Emmett wanted to go down to Mississippi to go visit his cousins and his family for a couple of weeks. And so while he was down there, he was only 14, very, very ignorant of the ways of the South in 1955, 1956, and went down to Money, Mississippi, and they he offended a white woman, and they lynched him. And it was all about his mom taking her grief and anger and turning it into strength, and like making a movement and taking people to court, which was unheard of. And she actually got two of the white guys who were involved in the lynching. She actually got them to have to serve jail time. The shopkeeper, white lady, never once faced any kind of legal action or recourse or whatever else. I do believe that she had to go out of business because Um, it was predominantly patronized by um, the Black community. And I think that everyone just stopped going there. But it was such a heartbreaking story of what happened. And, people think that racism, especially toward the Black community, happened hundreds of years ago, and it didn't. May just passed away in, like, I want to say 2003, 2022, somewhere in there. Like, this is very recent. 67 years after Emmett Till's death, a bill was passed, like, stopping lynching. 67 years after his death. And I was just like, God, this is crazy that it was this soon or whatever, and that things are just kind of the same. But anyways, yeah, there's another couple of movies that I'm going to watch revolving around that time period that is just giving me, like, more empathy for unsupported groups in our world and in our nation. And just giving me more information about things that I thought I knew about, but I didn't. So, yeah. And when I haven't been watching those type of movies, I have been playing my Nintendo Switch, and I'm almost completed with um, Hogwarts Legacy. And I found out that if you go back and you play as a different house, you get a whole new set of um, missions. Like, if you go back and play as Hufflepuff, you get to go to Azkaban and stuff like that. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to play this game for another 85 hours just to, like, check out the Azkaban storyline. And you really don't do much with your houses or anything. It's just it's going to be interesting to see how the stories and the game changes based on the characters that I choose. And um, I think I'm going to play one as a Slytherin and then just do everything like a Slytherin would. Be very rude, very snarky, very self-servicing, and see if that changes the gameplay any. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for quite some time when it comes to gameplay. Unless I get a new game for Christmas. But yeah, we'll see. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.